Thanks so much for joining us here on this Tuesday at noon. I'm Brooke Hash. A Louisville man is in jail on $1 million bond after police say he admitted to kidnapping a Linden mother and her 2 children, forced her to drive to that PNC bank on Shelbyville Road and then demanded $20,000 from the bank teller. Now, lawmakers today say 32-year-old Armand Langford should never have been able to commit those crimes considering his past history. Alexander Goldberg and photojournalist Jessica Farley explain how a new Kentucky law will make sure this does not happen again.
So, Mr. Langford, today is your arraignment.
32-year-old Armand Langford appearing in orange, surrounded by an entourage of 5 corrections officers on Monday afternoon in front of a judge who read his charges.
5 counts of robbery, first degree, 2 counts, 1 count of kidnapping adult, 1 count of kidnapping minor, another additional kidnapping minor, and 1 count of assault first degree.
Langford is accused of forcing a Louisville mother and her 2 young children into their own car during a home invasion in Linden. Police say Langford forced the woman to drive to PNC Bank on Shelbyville Road with a knife to her throat. Police say he demanded $20,000, stabbed the woman in the stomach, and ran. The victim's husband, Brandon Strong.
Immediately your heart sinks.
Speaking on Friday, moments after Langford was arrested.
It was just complete rage, confusion. You're very obviously upset. I need to get there right now.
Now, talking for the very first time about the case, lead detective Ashley Schaefer with Louisville Metro Police.
I've never worked anything like this in my entire time with the robbery unit. It's normal to have a bank robbery. It's normal to have a business robbery. It's not normal to have all these other factors.
Judge Jennifer Libson saying when he was arrested, police found him with a large knife, a large sum of cash, and a confession.
Gave a taped Mirandized statement admitting to his involvement in the incidents. Offender also admitted to prior business robberies.
Those prior business robberies landed him in prison for 14 years, sentenced in February 2024 for a string of ATM robberies. He only served about 5 months when Judge Jessica Green let him off on shock probation in July 2024. But some state lawmakers in support of House Bill 5 say the new Kentucky law means different outcomes in the courtroom.
Anyone who is convicted of a violent felony in the state of Kentucky now will serve at least 85% of their sentence behind bars.
Kentucky Representative Republican Jared Bauman of Louisville is a major supporter of the Safer Kentucky Act. It took effect after Langford's case went to court.
To ensure that the terrible decisions judges are making in our community no longer impact the honest citizens in Louisville, and really ensuring that violent criminals, repeat offenders, stay behind bars for lengths of time that are commensurate with their crime.
And I think that's my biggest priority, is be able to look at the mom and the 2 kids and get the best result that we can. Keep him in custody and get a good sentence.
Langford walking out of his arraignment and the judge giving him $1 million bond.
The court is going to leave the bond at $1 million.
In Louisville, Alexander Goldberg, WHAS11 on your side.
We spoke with Judge Jessica Green on the phone Monday. She did tell us it was against her professional standards to comment on any case, but one of Green's 17 conditions included Langford be put on the highest level of probation supervision, meaning his probation officer could have requested to meet with him and report to court twice a week. Right now, LMPD is investigating a fatal stabbing in the Clifton Heights neighborhood. It happened around 8 o'clock yesterday at an apartment complex off Melwood Avenue and Zorn, just near the current VA hospital. Police said they found a man inside an apartment suffering from multiple stab wounds. He died at the scene. Police said all parties have been accounted for. A Louisville man is facing multiple charges accused of stealing thousands of dollars worth of merchandise from a store back in 2023. 35-year-old Charles Black was arrested on Sunday. An arrest warrant alleges he stole items worth nearly $4,000 from Nordstrom Rack between June and August of that year. LMPD said he was working with other people to resell that merchandise, and he's charged with engaging in organized crime and complicity to theft by unlawful taking. A judge set his bond at $10,000. Another nice day on tap, Matthew, but I heard this morning rain is on the way.
Yeah, we'd like to call this at least a calm before the storms will arrive for us for today. So yeah, still seeing those clouds out there, beautiful blue skies as well. But yeah, those showers and storms will roll in for this afternoon. Overall, looking outside, yeah, still seeing some nice conditions outside, and just a little bit, we'll start to see those showers roll in for us. Overall, let's look at current temperatures into the upper 80s already for this afternoon. 88 degrees in Louisville, 89 degrees in Scottsburg. And in Mitchell, 84 degrees. Those feel like temperatures, though, even hotter outside. Mid to upper 90s. Scottsburg at 101 for a feel like temperature. So yeah, it is definitely heating up as we head towards the peak heating hours. As we look at those weather headlines, rain showers will develop for this afternoon. Warmer trends will continue throughout the entire week as well. As we look at Max HD radar, not much on radar right now. We are seeing those clouds start to develop, which will cause those rain showers and storms to develop. So just south of our area into London, still seeing those showers. Overall, those dew points, humid and tropical outside into the lower 70s, and we'll still start to see those temperatures rise well into the afternoon. And we got more showers and storms on the way for us as we head towards this afternoon and evening. I'll be tracking those out coming up in just a few minutes. Back over to you, Brooke.
Matthew, thank you. 4 more Kentuckiana school districts back at school today in Kentucky. The Archdiocese of Louisville schools are in session, as well as Bullitt County and Elizabethtown schools. Then there's South Harrison Community Schools over in Indiana. Now, starting with our Louisville Catholic school students, they have a new superintendent this year, Amy Knoll. She was chosen by Archbishop Shelton Faub and stepped into that role back on July 1st. We welcome her to her first day there with the district. Bullitt County Public Schools welcome back 13,000 students this morning, many of them taking bus routes that were released just Sunday. That quick turnaround did cause some concern among parents and a lot of phone calls into the transportation department. But Superintendent Jesse Bacon said that timeline is fairly normal.
Always been communicated out there. Generally, we go about 2 to 3 days before school starts and go ahead and distribute that out there. But there's really been no major changes to our bus routing systems or what parents can expect in terms of transportation for their students coming to or from school.
Bacon is encouraging parents to download the Bullitt County Public Schools app. He said it's the best way parents can get information on their child's school, extracurriculars, and it'll be the only way the district communicates with students online. Meanwhile, over in E-Town, construction's underway on TK Stone Middle School. It started in March, so this is going to take some time. Won't be finished this year. Elizabethtown also has a new assistant superintendent, Daniel Lockwood, and the district is giving a big shout out to Mr. Hinkle, who is starting his 37th year today. One Southern Indiana district headed back as well. That's South Harrison Community Schools. There are 8 schools in the district, and this year they are welcoming a new associate superintendent, Nathan Freed, for his first full year on the job. Well, as you send your kiddos back to school, we want to see their first day photos. You can text their photos to the number there on your screen now at 582-7290, and you might see them featured here on WHAS11 throughout the day. JCPS Superintendent Dr. Ryan Yearwood is continuing his series of public forums to hear directly from parents. You'll be able to ask questions and share your perspectives tonight from 5:30 to 7 at Valley High. There will be more of these over the next few months. If you can't make it tonight, there's another one Saturday at Male High School from 10 to 11:30 a.m. All the events are free and open to the public. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's working to change driving culture in work zones. It follows the Jared Lee Helton Act passed this year, allowing automated speed enforcement in those highway work zones, and all new here at noon. According to Kentucky State Police, law enforcement will be stationed at the end of the road work, and an automated speed camera will be clocking you as you go. The cameras will alert law enforcement who will pull over and ticket speeders. You won't be mailed, emailed, or texted a ticket. Kentucky State Police say any digital communication is likely a scam.
If we can change the culture of safety in our work zones to where people expect everyone to slow down, if we can move to a culture of care in work zones, to care enough to just put the phones down, if automated speed enforcement can help us reduce that by even a fraction, then we are moving in the right direction.
Last year in Kentucky, there were more than 1,200 crashes in work zones, resulting in 298 people injured and 7 fatalities. Happening tonight, lanes on Interstate 64 West will close in Shelby County. Tonight's closure will alternate between the lanes near the Kentucky 53 bridge over I-64. The construction begins at 7 and will end about 1 a.m. This is all part of that I-64 widening and improvement project, which began in February. The project's expected to be complete by fall of 2027.